Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, all that other good stuff. Check it out. This one in particular is quick, but to the point. I'm getting a lot of emails, so I'm going to do more and more videos. But I'm going to tell y'all this. You know, when it comes down to this, we have to be smart. And what I mean is I see people all the time that fall for the dumbest things. And not to be insulting, but great dogs produce great dogs. I think this is one thing that has been well established over the years. You do get great blood that produces great dogs too. But what's going on, Bronx House? The one thing that I would tell you to do is this. If the price is a little bit pricey for you, and it's a stud that is everything that you want, then save up to get that stud. If it's any other thing, you gotta just go. What's going on, Douglas? You gotta go towards the greats. And when I say greats, I'm not talking about a show ring title or anything like that, but too many people take chances with these like dogs out of nowhere that you can look at and tell the dog is very average, but you want to pull from something like that's behind him. That's not typically the way it works. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna start making. I'm gonna start not making, but I'm gonna name off a few. Dogs, and I'll give you great examples. When you talk about King Kamali, his father is Thing. When you talk about Denzel's father, Gargoyle, his father is Paco. His father was Little Ro. His father, Cairo. You start to notice a trend. Gargoyle produced Denzel. Denzel has produced the most champions in this breed's history, period. We go to a dog who's another incredible producer in Bullmaster. Bullmaster's dad is who? King Kamali. You go to Hef. Hef's dad is Menace. Menace was a very good producer. He comes off of Hennessy, an incredible producer. You keep on doing this. You go to Paco, like I say, his dad was Little Ro, but he also has, some of the other true tank combinations with that good short shot behind him. It is not an accident that great dogs produce great dogs, because we're talking about genetics. Most great dogs have great genetics and they pass them down to their kids. We could keep on going throughout. And also the bad stuff, you know what I mean? Also the bad stuff is that when you get involved with a hype dog, some hype dogs are, I tell you, they're just that. We have this great push behind some of these dogs, and they talk about, oh, he's this champion, and he's this champion, and that champion, and he did this, and he did that. And I'm going to tell you what, a championship in a ring, especially nowadays, is nothing but somebody's opinion. We see dogs that obviously probably don't deserve titles that win titles. And then we wonder why they don't have a legacy of producing nice dogs, because it wasn't in them. You have these anomalies that come along where the dog is maybe a nice dog, but not a great dog. And overall, I tell you, the biggest positioning that I'm going to tell y'all is when you start to do your studying to try to pick your stud, pick a stud with a legacy, or pick a stud that comes from a strong legacy of breedable dogs. Because these dogs that pop up out of nowhere, a lot of times we have question marks about where they really came from. They tend to prove over and over again, and I won't name dogs on here, but I'm telling y'all, some of the biggest dogs in the last 5 or 6 years were high, big time dogs all over the world. They don't have any offspring to show anything that they deserve that height. And then you have some dogs who've been around a while or even a shorter time, and they're showing you that consistently they produce, their blood produces over and over again. So, when you pick your stud, man, you're wasting a breeding if you like, hey, man, my neighbor said he could let me use his dog and he's pretty nice. What is this dog off of? What does it have? If you're serious about a program, you know, it's like anything else you're serious about. You don't take shortcuts. And I'm telling y'all this, it was from the start of time with dogs. This is why they start having dog shows, and this is why they kept breeding records, is they always pick the best studs to carry along the breed. You know, all of these shortcuts, all y'all doing is making a bunch of litters, and it's going to be pretty much pound puppies coming up pretty soon. But in short, to sum it all up, man, study the pedigrees, study what the dogs have done, make the obvious choice. Sometimes the obvious choice is the obvious choice for an obvious reason. It's a producer. Stop looking to always have the next new big thing, and really stay consistent. And if you stay consistent, you'll have a real program. You know, and when I say stay consistent, I don't mean to one dog, but sometimes you want to pick off of that line because you're picking his genetics. If it's a great dog and you pick up some blood off of one of his sons or one of his grandsons that is double bred him or something like that, you're still picking up a lot of those solid genetics that should throw that look. But when you just flip a coin and pick anything, you're going to get anything. But man, hopefully this helped y'all out a little bit. I'll be back on here later on with some training tips and stuff about handling dogs. But until next time I catch up with y'all, I thank y'all for your time. Peace.